Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not. And this is a double shot of Tier 8 medium tank action. The first one featuring Lone Dog from Aguila clan. Lone Dog is newly purchased Object 416. Now he tells me that this is stock in this replay, and it certainly looks at the gun looks a little bit anemic. The Object 416 with the stock gun. I'm sure that's what he said when he sent me the message. 250 average damage, 175 penetration, 235 penetration with the premium rounds, which is APCR. He's on Live Oaks, at least I think that's what it's called. Yes, it is. And he's lucky enough to be top tier in this battle, in this Tier 8 game. And yet another game with lots of T3485Ms in it. Lone Dog from Aguila, even though his stock is not... he's not sitting back and sniping, he's getting right into where the action happens. On Live Oaks on the southeast flank, there's two artilleries on each team, and you can hear one of them just went off. He's kicking back in these bushes trying to spot some of these enemy tanks. There's one of them, the KV-13. Doesn't fire, he doesn't want to get lit, not quite yet. He wants to make sure he knows what he's up against. Auto aims on the T3485M. He certainly would have got lit then, certainly does. The 6th sense goes off, so he moves forward to make himself a bit of a harder target for artillery. Puts another shot into the T3485. One more will be his first kill. One zip to score on Live Oaks. Of course, now he's got the Object 252U coming after him. He'll be praying that his teammates have got shots into the premium Russian heavy tank, the Defender, the one that a lot of people say it's a little bit overpowered. I don't have one, but anyway, everyone I know who does have one reckons it's a pretty fun tank to play, which tells me it probably is overpowered. One zips to score. He's picked up 803 damage. He's blocked a bit. He's spotted a bit. He gets stunned by artillery and damaged for 80 hit points. But quickly fixes it with a tap of the 4 key, and he also gets a shot into the SDRV-74. But he is getting a little bit of attention from the enemy tanks. The KV-13 looks like the Defender is more interested in the OHO, which is pretty good for Lone Dog. But the T-25-2, the Tier 7 American tank destroyer, has just sniped him from out here somewhere on the other side of the ocean. Or no, maybe a little bit more forward. That last shot didn't damage him, just tracked him, but he's already used his repair kit. Somebody else looks like he might be shooting towards Lone Dog. Here he's down to 132 hit points. And what's he going to do? Looks like he's going to try and help the OHO. Using the OHO as a bit of cover. Bounces a shot from the KV-13. Shoots and kills the KV-13, so the OHO can just continue on the Defender. And now it's time to farm a little bit of damage in the side of the premium Russian heavy tank. Shoots him, takes him down to a one shot. One more shot should be enough. If he can pen it, he does. Picks up his 3rd kill, but the score's 4-6. His team's in a bit of strife. Have a look at the minimap. Up in the northwest corner, Tiger 1 looks like he's taking on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks at least. And so Lone Dog from Aguila letting his teammates know that he's going to go back and try and defend the base. He doesn't want to take on the Jag Tiger 8.8 frontally. And why would he on only 132 hit points? 4-7 is the score. The enemy team, pardon me, the enemy team has done a massive push up in the north. Enemy team have stormed the north very well. Looks like it's a Leo, a T-3485M, a VK-3001P and a KV-85. So none of those tanks really heavily armoured. So looks like Lone Dog with his Object 416 at Tier 8. Moving up here into this bush, he wants to hopefully spot these tanks as they sort of come out of the city, and hopefully, you wouldn't say he's in a hold down position, but the land does rise a little bit over here, so that might make, if they are shooting at him, they might only be able to shoot his turret. Now I did say it's stock, it's a stock gun. From memory, it does have the gun, 250 average damage. I think with the better gun, I think the penetration goes up a little bit, as does the damage. And I'm not sure if he's got the stock turret or not. It's been a long time since I played the Object 416. The one that looks like a frying pan. Anyway, he's spotted the VK. The VK looks like he's going for the cat. The VK on very low health. One shot is all he's going to need, but he does get lit. Probably got lit by the Leo there. The Leo getting very brave. He pulls back so he can use the undulation of the land as a little bit of cover. Still down by 2 tanks, 5-7. Loses 104 damage to the Lorraine 15550, the tier 8 French medium tank. But the Leo gets taken out by the ISU. That ISU, the big Russian tier 8 TD, would have no problem at all penetrating the armour of the Leo, the tier 7 Swedish medium tank. 6-7 the score. They're not not in that much trouble anymore. It looks like the enemy, here's the friendly team, I should say, having a nice push towards the south. Gets a shot into the AT7, gets another shot into the AT7. Looks like he might have tracked him. Keeps his gun aiming in the same position. Will he pick up the kill? Or maybe he bounced, maybe he missed. Who knows? Keeps his gun aiming in the same spot, hoping for a blind shot kill. Nobody really spotting that AT7. We know he's a one shot, and he thinks that's enough. That's enough shots towards the British tier 7 tank destroyer. It starts moving forward towards the north. Only one enemy tank last spotted up there. That's a T-3485. No idea what kind of health he was on. Maybe he's done a U-turn and run back. Or maybe he's pushed forward hoping to take out the artilleries up in this corner. 6-8's the score now. The Tiger P goes down to the little birdie artillery, the FE304. Turns around, finally sees that AT7 again, moving slowly. He picks up his 5th kill in this battle, but his teammates continue to die. 7-9 the score on Live Oaks. And down here there's an AT-15 and the OHO trying to take on the KV-85, the Jag Tiger and the T-69 down there in the south. As Lone Dog goes up to the north trying to find out where that T-3485M is. I wouldn't imagine he would stay in the city for too long. It's not really what medium tanks tend to do. But anyway, goes to where he was last spotted. Doesn't see anything of yet. The AT-15 finally gets rid of that T-69. It's a pretty good tank to get rid of, but they are still dying slowly. 8-11 to score. 4 versus 7 at this stage in the game. Just a 1 tier 8 on the enemy side. Jag Tiger 8.8 versus Lone Dog in his Object 416, only on 28 hit points after being hit by that French artillery piece. And the ISU 152, the T-3485M got spotted in the end down in the south and got taken out by the TD, the ISU 152. But now it's just 2 artilleries at tier 6, plus Lone Dog and the ISU 152 at tier 8. Spots that Jag Panzer 4, who's storming the north on his own by the looks of it. Lone Dog will be hoping that ISU 152 can hold off the KV-85. He's got 727 hit points up his sleeve, the tier 8 Russian TD, and it'll take a lot for the KV-85 on his own to get rid of that health. But who knows where the enemy artillery are aiming. There's 2 of them, and they could be focus firing on this ISU 152, which would be pretty bad. He encourages his teammates not to die. Gets a shot into the Jag Panzer 4. Artillery sounds like it just went off, and of course that Jag Panzer 4 got tracked and didn't quite get out of the way in time. Lone Dog picks up his top gun, after getting rid of the tier 6 German tank destroyer. Moves around behind some buildings because he's probably correctly assuming artillery might be aiming his way. Looking at the minimap again, the KV-85 looks like he's going for a push on the ISU with the help of the T-25-2. That T-25-2 did do a fair amount of damage to Lone Dog at the start of the game when he was sniping from across the water or from back here somewhere. 10-12, they're only down by 2 tanks. They've still got 2 tier 8 tanks. The enemy team have only got 1, which is the Jag Tiger. Lone Dog asks in the chat, what's the hit points of the enemies? And the little artillery, little French artillery says not much. There's one, he's on 8 kills now. Now that T-25-2 just got stunned by one of the artilleries who was having a shot towards him. The ISU 152 still on 394 hit points. Lone Dog encourages to just let them come. Once they come, we'll all have shots on them. Don't try and do this by yourself. He's on 6 kills, 3,419 hit points of damage. 2 artilleries will certainly be aiming towards that ISU 152 and they really don't want to lose that big Russian gun at this stage of the game. There's the Jag Tiger. He waits for the gun to aim, but he doesn't need to, because the ISU 152 picks up the kill on the Tier 8 premium German tank destroyer. He does cop it a bit. He's down to 152 health. Looks like he's stunned as well. T-25-2 kills the artillery. And Lone Dog goes for the kill shot on the T-25-2, but he goes unspotted. The T-25-2 is certainly a one-shot. The ISU finally goes down. No idea where that shell went. He'll be hoping he stays there. He wants to got to get rid of him. He does. He's all on his own now. 2 artillery's got taken out. 2 in that little skirmish, and it's 1 versus 3 now. Lone Dog on 7 kills, up against 2 arties and a KV-85. He needs to deal with the KV-85 first. He's down to his last standard round. Not going to stuff around with premium rounds. Although with only 1 standard round, you might as well load a APCR round, because the KV-85 certainly the most heavily armoured tank left on the enemy side. And of course, Lone Dog knows that as soon as he's lit, both those arties will be looking his way. So as soon as he shoots and kills this KV-85, assuming he's going to, you'd imagine that a Tier 8 Russian medium would be able to spot the KV-85 before the KV-85 sees him. Switches to APCR rounds, clearly listening to my good advice. 12-14's a score. He's on 3,482 damage, 740 blocked, 259 assisted with his 7 kills. 1 more kill for Radley Walters. That'd be pretty cool. His teammates encouraging him, letting him know that you've got this, man. You've got this. Someone's on the cap, so he needs to have a look. But looks like the KV-85 shot first, and that's his 8th kill. He wants to be careful. The FE304 will certainly be aiming his way, and he is a one-shot for anything at the moment. The little Frenchie fires and misses, so he pulls back, takes the opportunity to kill the Tier 8 French artillery piece, and now he's got to keep moving, because that FV could certainly kill him with 1 shot. He's only on 28 health, and there you go, he just fired. So he knows he's probably still down there, probably still looking his way, so he does a little bit of a cheeky, very smart move here by Lone Dog on 9 kills, not 8 kills, 9 kills, so he's already confirmed the Radley Walters. If he can win this, he'll pick himself up a Pools medal with his stock Object 416. Tier 8 Russian medium tank. Still got APCR loaded. He's not stuffing around with changing ammunition now. He's looking for that little FE304. The little Burt tank, who was last seen up here, coming around to try and get him on a different angle. Auto aims, shoots, picks up the kills. That's 10 kills. 10 kills, ladies and gentlemen, in the Object 416 on Live Oaks. That was an absolute perler. I'll just get the other replay ready before we go through the post-game battle results, because it might take a little while for it to fire up. Here we go. It's an Ace Taker Mastery Badge, which is no surprise for Lone Dog from Aguila clan. The Hand of God for surviving and winning the battle after receiving damage from at least 4 different enemy vehicles. The Bruiser Medal, Duelist and Fire for effect. And what else we got here? Pascucci Medal for killing 2 artilleries in 1 game. The Pools Medal for picking himself up 10 kills. High caliber, that comes as no surprise. He absolutely carried that one. And of course the Top Gun for picking up 6 kills. On the second page of this double post-game battle results, sorry I should say, have a look at that. 10 kills, 4,290 hit points of damage, 1561 base experience. That's the base score. That's without a daily double or a premium account. That's why it says 3,122 up there. All those medals, he fired 28 shots, 23 hit, 22 went through. Remember those blind shots he took at the start of the game? That's why not all of his shots landed. And of course, when he was going for that British tank destroyer as well, he well and truly carried that one. And of course, have a look at that. It went for nearly just over 13 minutes, 28 shots fired, 23 hit, 22 went through, 4,290 damage, 740 blocked, 259 assisted. That was enough for an ace tanker. Cost him some credits because he fired APCR rounds at the end, because he pretty much ran out of standard ammunition. And an absolute perler of an ace tanker mastery badge. featuring Lone Dog from Aguila Clan on Live Oaks in the stock Object 416. to have a quick mouthful of coffee before I start on this one. This second replay comes all the way back from patch 9.16. That's why the interface will look a little bit different. I was clearly using a few more modifications than I do now. On my game, this is my old mate panzerquack from Calm Clan in the PZ58 Mutz, the premium German tier 8 medium tank. It certainly does look different, doesn't it? 916, that was probably, I don't know, I think it might have even been last year. Anyway, panzerquack, top tier in this tier 8 game. Gets spotted as he shoots towards the enemy tanks in the centre of Sand River. Well, you can see on the minimap where all these tanks were last spotted. Panzerquack looks towards the IS-2, takes him for 203 hit points of damage. Of course, in this replay, the damage counter is up in the top right rather than the bottom left. This is before all the information that used to be down here in the bottom left came into the game. Panzerquack, as he's getting a little bit of attention from the enemy tanks, looking for some cheeky snipey shots towards those tier 6 mediums and lights. Of course, this is encounter game. Encounter game, the object is to either capture that flag or kill all the enemy tanks. They're down by 2 at the moment, the Tiger 2 and the AMX ELC, who was abusing people in chat for some reason, both taken out of the game. Panzerquack says, no worries, I've got this. Picks up his first kill, gets rid of the enemy AMX ELC, the tier 5 French light tank. Type 64 sitting on the white flag. The Type 64 is probably looking at the map saying all these enemy tanks are up here in the north. There's only 2 tanks down here, 2 in the middle. I want to see if I can get myself some cap points. Doesn't really need to light too much. Looks like a lot of the enemy tanks are already lit, so the Type 64 just jumping on the cap, putting a bit of cap pressure on the enemy side. Puts 2 shots into the 25-2, both bouncing or critical hitting. Won't be too happy about that, but now he's looking towards him. Again, fails to penetrate the T25-2. Not sure what the go is there. I don't think it's known for its armour, but Panzerquack showing great patience here. And that shot missed. Maybe that T25-2's got some kind of force field on him. Who knows? That's surely going to go through. Luckily, he's bouncing the return shells from the Tier 7 American tank destroyer as well. Puts another shot into the T25-2. I shouldn't have said that he's bouncing these shots, because of course, lo and behold, then he cops one. One more shot should be enough to kill the T25-2, but he's got this Tier 8 medium tank, the Russian one, the T54 Mod 1 to contend with. Shoots him and tracks him, and he's doing the right thing here, aiming straight for his drive wheel to try and keep him tracked, and also hopefully put some damage into the Tier 8 Russian medium tank. Sets him on fire, clearly got an automatic fire extinguisher, he's put that one out straight away. So aims for the same spot, hoping to set him on fire again, and of course keep him tracked as well. Just as he fixes his tracks, Panzerquack tracks and damages again. This should be it for the T54 Mod 1. It is. He picks up his second kill of the game. But he needs to do something. His team are down 4-8. And there's KV4 on very low hit points. That'll be nice if it goes through. It does. That's kill number 3 for Panzerquack on Sand River. That T25-2 is still around here somewhere on very low health. And it looks like it might be time to flex and get rid of that Tier 7 TD. It looks like he is aiming Panzerquack's way. You can see his shiny gun barrel sort of facing in Panzerquack's general direction. Now he's not. So he goes the rise over the top, but doesn't crest because of those 2 tanks there that he's looking at now. He doesn't want them to hurt him too much. Takes the Indian Panzer down. Sorry, takes the M4 down to a 1-shot. Fails to penetrate the Indian Panzer, looking towards the AT-15A, the premium British tank destroyer, doing the same as what he did to the T-54 Mod 1, damaging and tracking him at the same time, keeping him up there as a sitting duck for his teammates to try and get a little bit more assisted damage. Of course, we can't see the assisted damage counter because this is from patch 9.16. They're coming back now, 7-9 to score. Somebody is capping, but panzerquack trying to continue to do the job in the north. You can see the IS-2 and the IS-3 both pushing down here across the east. They continue to kill these enemy tanks. They're only down by one tank now. He's picked up nearly 3,000 damage in the PZ-58 Mutz, the premium German Tier 8 medium tank, and now all of a sudden it's an even ball game as he puts another shot towards that Indian Panzer. 9 all's the score. He's on nearly 3,000 damage. Now they're up by a tank. Only one enemy tank capping. And of course it does take a long time. It takes about 4 minutes on encounter for one person to entirely cap the base. Indian Panzer still not looking panzerquack's way, and no artillery to worry about, so continues to put shells into the Tier 8 German medium tank. Penetrates him again, takes it down to 208 hit points. And picks up kill number 4. 12-10 is the score now. 2 enemy tanks capping, so panzerquack still on 708 hit points. He's picked up nearly 4,000 damage. He's going straight for that cap circle. It will probably take 20 seconds to get there. On the other side, the Scorpion G and the Tiger P doing the job getting rid of the IS-3 and that IS-2 who was pushing the eastern flank. And panzerquack going straight down to the white flag. He's on his last remaining standard shell left. It's the T-32 and the AMX-12T left on the enemy side. They're both sitting on the cap circle. And once they're spotted, I think that cap will be reset pretty quickly. He does get spotted, but he's got 700 health, so he can certainly afford to take some shots from these enemy tanks. He wants to get up there and make sure they're still lit to give his teammates the best possible chance of resetting. And of course, on encounter, as soon as you roll onto the cap circle, that cap timer stops. Not only does it stop when you get a shot in, of course it resets, and that's what panzerquack's just done. And it's just the T-32 left now. Looks like someone's put a big splat shot into the T-32. He bounces that shell. He's onto APCR rounds now, which is premium ammunition. He's down to 300 odd health. 4,611 damage done. Puts another shot into the T-32 and the VK-30. O2M picks up the kill. panzerquack having an absolute perler on Sand River. And not just a perler, it's an Ace Taker Mastery Badge from patch 9.16. Was a bit of lag there. It did look a little bit iffy. Maybe it's because it's on a different hard drive on my computer. Who knows? But an Ace Taker Mastery Badge for panzerquack from Calm Clan. The Hand of God, Bruiser, Fighter, Fire for Effect, and the High Caliber. He spotted, damaged, and killed plenty of tanks in that replay. 4,928 hit points of damage, 4 kills, 1,600 base experience. He fired 34 shots, 29 hit, 23 went through. He blocked a little bit. He did a little bit of assisted damage, but look at the damage. More than double what anybody else on his team or on the, not the enemy team. That Patriot had a pretty good game, but well and truly carried that one on Sand River. Made plenty of credits too, nearly 67,000 credits after tax. Even with a standard account, would have been over nearly 120 with a premium account in that 7-minute game. On the title, I was in a hurry, but then this happened. He actually said he thought he'd have one more game before Clan Wars popped, and that's what happened. 2 very good and very different replays featuring Tier 8 medium tanks, the Object 416 and the Mutz Premium German. Thanks for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care and see you all next time.